from terrorists, terrorism, insurgency, rebel, insubordination, that only this declaration is what brings them out. Yes, because yes, then you're welcome. It's over. You need to tell us I'm live. So only the direction is what serves Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and what serves who? Mazi Simon Ekpa Njoko, our prime minister. This is only what served them. If not for that, by now, Nigeria could have sentenced Mazi Nnamdi Kanu life imprisonment. Or you don't know, or by hanging. The same thing goes to Mazi Simon Ekpa. But our DPM declaration is what served them. So I begin to ask myself, does it mean that this man has read this particular place before the day of declaration and why he stood up to serve every southeastern human being? Let me call it that way. The old southeast. This is how he served everybody's life. And those people are here making noise. We must continue.
Is negotiation power. The detaining power now has little incentive to release the leader. They can simply wait, drag out negotiations, and pressure the movement to completely disband in exchange for the leader's freedom, which is a near impossible trade-off.
Do you hear this? The detained power. So we have a call. But the call will be back. Wada, good morning, good morning, good morning.
Where's Nam? Wada. Okay. Help. One name Mazo. Help. Is one name Mazo. Utotoma. Namoga Barret. Nam.
He said,
as onye dịka Jakọfano nwa Biafra nna m amaghị ka anyị esi kene gị ekene
mgbe ọchukwu ka abịa maka anyị na-ekele onye na-enye anyị ike iji wee na-apụta.
Nna m anyị ekenego nke ọzọzi bụ ịkọ ikene dike na nke mbụ nna mpụ hey onye nwanyị Chukwu okike abịa ma nyere gị gwefu peji gị ọ ya aga ihe a na-etoba ha anya ya bikos anọkwa m na ihu ebe ọbụla nga ebe ọbụla mba ana m emekwa anasmenti si ya aga na nke ezigbo nwanne anyị bụ Riri Biafra TV ka ajịga n'ụlọ tichin. Because na teaching may say testimony. Be repent to go with the teaching here. Can they send to my people, to my friends, to people Haneti. I say Haneti almost and see upon Yagaba, Oje onye bu onye na-arahụ ụra ọ nọ n'ọrụ research ihe ọbụla research hey nna m ị na-edeliva ụmụ Biafra ọ ya dịrị gị na mma
ọ dịkwa n'ize gị nwakwa ịnọ na ịla nna s handụ ihe si anọ n'ụlọ ana m ege ihe ụlọ ekwu nyaa si ya nwaanyị ọ na-ezukwa dị ike from nke humble lion every ya ka ga-edina ya ọ dị ọkwa ize eziokwu but ọ ihe anyị ga-emekwa to defend the government. How important the government is for us. That is what we are doing. Thank you so much. You and Asatin and all the ladies who are standing on the side of the truth. I don't know how to thank all of you on it because your voices are encouraging someone like me more to do more, honestly. I must say the truth. I must say the truth. So thank you on your own part for standing tall against all odds to understand the part of the government right now. Thank you so much. Continue.
Nna m onwe ụda mgbe obi ji wee shake m because na amata m nwa obere ihe mmata onwuru ya ka ji wee kwụsị ike and nke na-ege even na anọ m n'ọrụ sef nọ n'ọrụ ma ihe pisi ya dị m na ntị nji egeribe mma m ike kpọnwụ na nke ọrụ ahụ because of na the network ama m ihe ọ na-eme eme so ụmụ nwanne m ọ bụ na ọ bụrụ Dr. Ngozi Orabeeze ọkwa ijeman ka m bụ ụzọ kenegodu ọhamadike ụmụ Biafra nwa afara Ibekwu ọhamadike Nnamdi Ngozika Okwu Kano ọhamadike gburugburu igosizi ụmụ Biafra ihe dị prọfet a prọfetiri nne gị na nwa nọ n'afọ mgbe nọ n'afọ nne gị na igwe sevio mgbe nọ n'afọ nne gị iji eme program nna m na onwe pụtafu nne gị ekwusi na ewesi okwefu nwa na Father of Foundation na ya ga-azọpụta ndị be ha anyị ekwerigo nkwesịghị ike na nge nwanna m ọ ya dịrị gị na mma nna m eme anwụ mmụ nna gị ji biri nwa Fada Ibekwu ji biri mmụọ anyị na-akpọkwu na mbọsị na ehihie ga-edebere gị ị ga-eturu ugbo wepụta nna m isi ike ike agwụna ịfụ nwa gị because of ndị ile gịnị eche na all hope is gone nwa gị ebilite bụ Simon Ekpa Njọkụ nwanne mmadụ onye ọ ga-adịrị mma ezigbo nwanne Simon Njọkụ nna m ọkwa ịfụ na nwanne gị nwaanyị na-asị gị na don't be afraid n'ihe anwa unu sikwa ọma na ụmụ eme ya n'azụ ọ bụ sọ nkọtọrọ izitere ozi sie ya hold the man niile eso m na ha nwanne m nna m epụta ya afọ ezigbo ọrụ nwanne gị na-arụ nwanne gị uchu Ndubisi biko ihe a bụ ihe na-enye ndị m educated anyị na-ama ihe dị lọ na-ekwu Ndubisi Chiọnwa ịma na ihe emene bụ na ọkwefu this law ihe a niile Simon Ekpa ịma na ọma everything and a research ya ka o ji tinye na o akwadebe dị eme emechazie seremon interview azụzụ ọhamadike azụbapụchaghị o weti Simon ekwenekwe ka ekwensu ba gị n'ime mana ya na ọ kwadebe ije ma o wee jụọ na onwe ihe onwe na tipo na ọ onwe ihe weta na akụ nwa ya ga-eweta ihe bụ ọdụ na ya nwa bụ 50 adịfụ na ọkwadebe njem a ịma na pipụl na ala ka a na-akpụchara okwu afa na ịntanetị no onye ọgụgụ uche ya mata na akwadebecha na votu Ngozi Orabeeze na aka ga-eso ịma na ndị na-abịa na-apụ ka nkịta na-asa arụ go aka eme research ihe anọdebe jos ka abịa skata anoge Chukwu nkere olego Biafra ọ bụ na ọ bụ Dr. Ngozi Orabeeze na kabinet ya to that vote and the majority carries the vote adịrịkweta na ga-declare ọ bụ na majority carry the vote nna gị ama nọ n'ebe a anyị ji anaghị Nigeria gọọmenti si ebukọ ha gbaghara m ha gbagharim na so ozigwem so that ka we ike we tụkwasị ọkpa na that country ịbịa fụ ndị ndebe before mpụa.
Yes.
Ọ ya ga na-eme gị. Bụ Chukwu okike abịa ma sị mba. Nwaanyị ya ka ịma na people ụbọchị ịma na ọbịa people na-asị why are we worshiping? We're not worshiping anybody. I'm praising them. Even if I worship them, it less for me. I'm the reason why India worship Nande Kami. I'm the reason why India worship Samone Pang. I'm the reason why India worship Dr. Ngodora Beze na cabinet here. Nobody. If you like, you can say anything. That was it's problem. Because Nigeria will hear them. Etom na Nigeria. And one anything. One million guys, even on Nyono. Nigeria, and no many good. Ya can just say this in a teaching as a make for Tomo Koma, professor. Come then already teaching. So that Barawa. Then already teaching. Obi. Yes, already teaching. Oh no, no more Biafra for Bumo Biafra now. I hear Coachline. What take it? All one name are narrow. Because one name. I am an idea, me. Because only the gadget, only the computer. Okay, you will now work to see here. On an affair, or you have an agree. All you need, calculate even one name. No law narrow. Of course, it's all of Buna, the whole world. Come what to Lezo, no manandi, Nandi Tinha. When the work is gonna watch up the my occasion, I'm happy. I'm happy because Nahana like on your chi in the work. Here is so important nothing there. Oh, yeah, me, Nando Kukano, the British having none. You will against because now, oh, Popota, he here gonna has the winner on the ground.
Yeah.
Who put there the whole Africa and there, the whole world and there. Unuche na what would you not say? Mugafa, I need you because they were 19 working. Chino one name, the CK.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Okay, madam, but not so worried. So what do you? Oh, to cook Kabama. Of course, I can't you on your buna, not Gabi Gay. Yeah, Nam, I can't just now. Okay, for government here, USB be payment. A quay make a harbor. Because one name, but I bano because Nankabun Kenny, Nankabun came. Away a gamelan here. Oh, you're the gamelan, you are gamelan way.
That is
Una focus at that. Now, what's in your it is.
Yes, there is no any other way. My happiness na ebe na search for here we ga ebe na research ga na agwa na the criteria to be a country. Ikwelu jana owo na you are government ji ebe ahụ eji enweta country. And la the criteria eji enweta country of la the government la anyị nwetachara more vary n'ime because of ihe ndị gafegoro. And a long time I know go nwere onwe anụ. So na ihe anyị ji ma agụcha ihe ji gọọmenti ya awụ ndị wise n'okwu Igbo na ego ji ọlụ. Bring your fund in a big way to support the government because na ihe ọbụla a na-emekọta ego ka eji eme ya. This government you ọrụ ndị a na-arụ iche na type document ya wee present ya ọ dị mma ọ bụghị ụdị ka ihe a mena gana na type ọ document nke aha anyị na-ede a sịrị ebe a na the government will generate official documents to present to the world, to UN. UN energy present to this world, ebe America as world power, where China, where Russia, where UK, and India, Fundi also can. So the level energy presents here, and no bo government ya ga-eje n'onwe ha were ya anya nwere onye a ga-ezinye dị ozi and a ga-enyerịrị ya something. Ị na-ekwu nke a ka anyị na-eme ya na-ekwu ha na-akwado ndị amị na-akwado ndị polisi anyị na Biafra land na-enyekwa ụmụ nwaanyị a niile egbugoro di ha gba ụlọ ha ọkụ ihe a na-eri na ihe eji adị ndụ. Nwanne anyị fụ na ọrụ dị ọtụtụ ma ndị ihe ubi dị ole na ole ewe na enwe Biafra biko na tata bụ fundraising. Onwe ihe iji fall back eme from this document of Vienna Convention and the Montevideo Convention. He told you that falling back is a sign of a weakness, that you are not prepared to be a nation. That is why you will not declare. And the avoiding declaration is to danger the lives of our two leaders who Nigeria governments are holding right now. But our declaration is what saved them. And today they are alive, even though that they are still under incarceration. That what will bring them out is you and I, what we are doing, one, in social media, the government, what they are doing, and how we use our two documents. The document of our self-referendum, the document of a declaration, the document of our grievances. These three documents we speak in a loud voice. They call it a dangerous weapon for a new country to present for them to seek for sympathy or international recognition. Ụmụnne ị ga-eche ihe a niile ka ihe ị na-eche. Why are you having a double mind? Come and support your government. Bring your widow's mind. Manwa miyaka na ime ote something ka enwe ike ịlawa. Ụmụ Biafra biko nụ ka m na-ayọ ka la government ya only hope anyị nwere. Ngozi Orabaeze is another savior, whether you like it or not. Madam, we may continue. Thank you so much.
Ụmụ Biafra ji nwere a na-ekene all the independent media. Ụmụ nwanne m nọ na media na-agbani because ịmụ ma ihe adịwe ihe o sokwa n'ihe Ojukwu n'iji odi only odi successful ọkwa media. Nke sekwana onwe anyị ndị na-asị Igbo ma ndị na-asị English ma ndị na-asị broken because na translator biko ebe niile now. Achọ translate adịghị bụ ka translate ebe ana m eji ụra ya kene unu mma mkpochapụ unu one by one but unu mara onwe unu isi n'ike.
Thank you so much. Ndị ụmụakwa na-abịakwa na every platform ma jisikwa ike na ọ dị ọkwa easy, even at work you still contribute to your own quarter. Thank you so much for always being there, for always standing up. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Wale mama wekere Nnamdi Kanu. Ekweme Ọhamadike okwu Kanu ndị Igbo niile. Ekweme mo oke mmụọ ka bụ nna m. Ekweme Ọhamadike nna m dị okwu Kanu. Ekweme you are the miracle mo Biafra. Ezigbo nwanne nna m dị Kanu. No one like you.
No one like Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. No one.
O kwesịrị ka nwụnyere ụmụ nwanne gị. Oke nwanne anyị jete mba. You are the miracle for Biafra.
Savior.
Ọhamadike, no one like you. Someone Jokwe.
What do you for you?
Okay,
what do you for
the dragon. You are the miracle of Biafra. One mama. Someone again and again, Nnamdi Kanu. No one like Ngozi Orabaeze. Wanyoma. Afọmụlụ Biafra.
Yes, so.
Ezigbo nne nwa Ada gị nwanyị na-ekele gị. Nwanne m ọma. Nwanne m ọma gụgụ anyị akwa. Ịgụgụ ụmụ Biafra niile akwa. Ịgụgụ ndị nne akwa. Dịka ndị akpọ gị ọgụgụ amakwa. Ezigbo nne. Dr. Ngozi Orabeze.
Nwaanyị ma obi ụmụ ya.
Kenika gwụna gị ndị na ndị kabinet gị niile. Unu bụ ekweme mụ. Dr. Ngozi Orabeze nwanyị ọma. Fandi nwanyị ọma. Ọnụ na-ekwuru ụmụ Biafra ka unu bụle. Ekweme. USB niile. Unu bụ ekweme. USB ụmụadị miracle ụmụ Biafra niile. Anụmanụ no like USB. Nnamdisike.
Thank you, Wanda. Thank you so much. We must continue. I will soon join Humble Lion by 2 o'clock. By 2 o'clock, we are going to be there to also deliver the message. Yes, my fellow Biafrans, the line is still open for those who want to call, because we are running to the last session of today before we can be able to join Mazi Simon, Mazi Humble Lion. Let us continue so you may hear it clearly. They can simply wait, drag out negotiation, and push the movement to complete disband in exchange of the leader, freedom, which is a near impossible stripe off. Now, if you at all I fall back, upon Nejimas and the release here, or carry the worst. If you at all I fall back, Mazin and the Kano, Mazan Nigeria by now, am I going to go to and get my 100 regrets? Him go to Jubilee or Mazan and the Kano Nando. Check his neck or carry about Batobie. Check the carry about Batobie. All these things are what we all supposed to know, and why everything that is happening that we need to end it all, because everything are working right now with the government for us to be what? For us to be a new country. Listen. Also, falling back means losing of international interest. Listen.
Loss of international interest. International media, foreign governments, and human rights bodies are less likely to intervene forcefully on behalf of a group that is voluntarily backing down from its declared course of action. The arrest remains an internal matter. Conclusion. Strategy. Outcome for arrested leaders' release. Move forward. Declare independence. Strong. Leader's status is elevated to a political prisoner of state. The detaining power is pressured by threats of immediate international recognition and sanctions. Fallback. Stop declaration. Weak. Leader remains a domestic criminal. The movement loses its main source of leverage and is likely forced to make major concessions for a release. The Declaration of Independence is the trump card that the Chief of Staff must play immediately. The arrest of the leader is the moment of crisis that demands the highest possible escalation to turn a domestic problem into an international crisis, which is the necessary prerequisite for a high-level diplomatic solution to secure the leader's release.
I hope you had it clearly. I hope you had it clearly from this headline. Losing in international interest. Falling back means losing of international interest. International media, foreign government, and human rights bodies are likely to intervene forcefully on behalf of a group that voluntarily backed down. When we refuse our declaration, we have backed down. We don't want Biafra. We are underground like DOS. That is why nothing is happening from that time to today. In the 5 years of Mazen and the Kano, what is the achieve? What is the new thing that they have brought? The same thing with Ogun today. Tell me the new thing Ogen has brought into the movement. But look at here internationally, he told you that the people that have a group, they call them a group that have voluntarily backed down from its declaring course of action. The arrest remain internal matter. Do you see why the world are even putting their mouth because we have a government? That's why the world are now asking to do the mass can. You can see everywhere release is what is triggering because have a government right now, even from the north. Because of the input of the government, that is why you are seeing release, and all this that you are seeing today. But if we are not a country, no country want to interfere because they will see it as a what? As an internal matter between Biafra, Nigeria. That's how they see it. They will that is between a war. It's a problem between Biafra and Nigeria. When we back down, that is means of what? Falling back. Another word of falling back is back down. That is how international law see them. And they said no country will like to interfere in their matter. It's going to be international. In conclusion, strategy. Outcome from arresting leader release. Moving forward, declaring independence. Strong leader statute is reviewed to a political prisoner of a state. The detained power is pressured by threat of immediate international recognition and sanction. Do you know that once Biafra gets international recognition, that Nigeria, many countries will sanction Nigeria? Oh, you know that this Kenya now that has openly said that what they did to Mazen Kanu is an injustice, that they will sanction Nigeria once, because they know that when they sanction Nigeria, we will support them. You don't know that? Remember, what is the outcome of moving forward? Outcome of arrest leader, release. When the people he left behind, like the COS and government members, moving forward, if they refuse to declare the independence, once they declare it, look at what they said here. A strong leader statue is elevated to a political prisoner of a state. A political prisoner of a state. The detaining power, Nigeria, who are detaining Obatobi and Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, who are detaining our leader, our president Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, our prime minister Simon Ekpa, they will be under pressure now that we are seeking international recognition. And immediately we get international recognition, they will hear from us. Now listen, from falling back. Falling back, stop declaration. I don't know. That is why I said gadget. Let me show you how the I don't know you can see this. Do you see how they address it? Look at the way they address it here. The up is moving forward. The benefit falling back. Do not go there. The falling back. The best thing. BGM fall back. Now the best thing is declaration. Now listen. Falling back, stop declaration. Weaker leader remains a criminal. The movement lost its main secure of leverage and is likely forced to make major connection for not to release a leader. He is falling back. Now, one, strength. Number two, now their leaders remain on the count of terrorist charge, remain on insurgency charge, remain on rebel charge, remain a criminal. Do you see that? This is what, when we fall back, could bring to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu Simon Ekpa. And the word of we, I cannot talk with social media. Listen to this. Listen to this. The Declaration of Independence is the trump card that the chief of staff must play immediately. Immediately, a plan on get declared on December 2nd. Now, because of the way he was arrested, now December 2nd, now get declared to change his status quo from the level of the allegation leveled on him. The Declaration of Independence is the most trump card that the chief of staff must play immediately. The arrest of the leader is of that moment of crisis that demands the highest policy selection to turn domestic problem into international crisis. Now, when Nigeria arrested Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, we're not a country. We never declared Biafra. It's just a domestic problem of Nigeria. Now, when we made a declaration of the state of Biafra, we turned the arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, Mazi Simon Ekpa, we turned it to what they said here. We turn it into international crisis instead of being a local crisis between us and Nigeria. The arrest of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu brings arrest of Mazi Simon Ekpa because he changed his momentum, he triggers everything. Now it become, when it's not only in Nigeria, to arrest someone in Finland, it has become an international crisis, which is the necessary precedent for the higher level diplomatic solution to secure their release, the leader's release. Because if we continue our declaration, that is how we secure what? Their release, my people. Can you understand everything that happened in between? That the Biafran people, that the government made a right choice by standing up and declare United States of Biafra as segment of the people. And today, that is still why Obatobe is having a little good treatment from the hands of Finland. Because if not for that, Finland could have just to Nigeria, removed their hand. But because of we have a government, because of we a new country, and in Finland they have our declaration document with our self-referendum document, with our grievances document. So that is what they told you, that we have to go and look for it in a legal way. Finland, did you get your own into legal? You that buy over 40,000 citizens within a twinkle of eyes because of you are fighting to maintain your declaration. So my people, as you can see, that's why I told that your government is doing everything humanly possible to make sure that everything is intact, to make sure that nobody can do us anyhow anymore. I hope you understand everything in these 3 hours that we have spent here, because we are waiting for only cause. The next 5 minutes, because did not come, we end the program, because by 2 o'clock we are going to be on Humble Zion platform again to continue what we are doing, honor this international law and what it has asked us to do, my people. Do you need to panic? Why do you need to panic? You don't have to with all this. We are there. We are flowing this template of the world. And that is why all the attack, all the rubbish they are doing, it's not going nowhere. The only thing I ask her for to increase the momentum by also calling peaceful disobedient in the homeland. People sit at home more. To put her mouth on that monster, so now that we are a country, it's also proving how we are controlling our territory, our border, how the government is in charge. of the 40 states of the state of Biafra. That is why that thing that when Master is here is now that is a pure time for us to do that thing. I was in the middle of our sit at home Mondays. The sit at home supposed to get momentum now that we are government. The sit at home supposed to have high level now that we're in government. These are the truths that we must do ourselves. The positive power and control. The positive power and control. So, my people, we must continue on the true side. I see you, Chigoziem. I see you, Ifani, Izito. Thank you so much for coming. I greet you all. I see Esto Kwesa, almost hey Biafra, one love. Yes, so everything that we are doing, everything that we are telling you here is what we got from where? International law, not my word. I am not the one making it out. Listen to this.
Yes, it absolutely can get international recognition, but the Chief of Staff's involvement alone does not guarantee it. International recognition is primarily a political decision made by other states, and the key factor is not who made the declaration, but what legitimacy and control the new entity demonstrates. Here is an analysis of how the Chief of Staff's role affects the bid for recognition. The Chief of Staff's impact on legitimacy. In a typical provisional government or freedom fighter movement, the Chief of Staff COS is usually an appointed official focused on military and executive operations, not an elected political leader like a president or prime minister. 1. The positive, power and control. Demonstration of control. The fact that a powerful figure like the COS is holding the documents and making the declaration signals that the declaration is backed by the movement's effective military and executive capacity. International observers must see a new state has an effective government that controls the territory. The COS being the face of the declaration.
That international observer, international community will see there is effective government when that the document lies in the hand of DPM and the COS was the one who made the declaration, the Chief of Staff. That international law will see that this country have an effective government. That is why when the leaders was arrested, the COS is the one who made the declaration. He gave us an upper hand because of that name COS. It's a very big name in the world of politics.
Fulfills this criterion more convincingly than a largely symbolic political figure. Decisiveness. The COS's action shows internal resolve and a lack of debilitating political infighting, which is attractive to states looking for a stable new partner. 2. The negative, political deficit. Lack of democratic mandate. The biggest weakness is that a declaration made by a COS rather than a duly elected legislative body, like a parliament or provisional assembly, lacks immediate democratic legitimacy. Foreign states prefer to recognize declarations made by a representative body chosen by the people. Appearance of a military coup. It risks looking like the military/executive wing of the movement is imposing the declaration without consensus, which can deter democratic nations from granting recognition. The factors that truly determine recognition. For international recognition to be successful, the new country must meet 4 critical criteria, largely independent of who signed the paper. 1. The self-referendum is paramount. The self-referendum is the most important element held by the COS. It addresses the legitimacy deficit. If the referendum was conducted fairly, credible international observation helps, with a high voter turnout and an overwhelming yes vote, it proves the principle of self-determination and overrides concerns about the COS not being the political leader. 2. Meeting the Montevideo criteria. The new entity must meet the generally accepted legal criteria for statehood, Montevideo Convention. A permanent population. A defined territory. An effective government. This is where the COS's control helps. The capacity to enter into relations with other states. 3. International diplomacy, the political game. The success hinges on the new government's ability to persuade powerful countries to grant recognition. This involves justification, showing the world the new state arose from a remedial secession due to oppression or a democratic mandate. Security, assuring neighbors and international powers that the new state will be peaceful and stable. In summary, the COS holding the documents demonstrates effective control and executive authority. However, without the legitimacy provided by a demonstrably free and fair self-referendum, recognition will be difficult, particularly from established democracies.
Do you hear it? I hope you listen very well and had it by yourself. I want to know what I'm saying is not my making. It's only when I put common sense together, try to say one or two things, I find an answer, I bring to the African people for us to listen, for us to know our rights, and for us to know what we are doing, and for you to know that your government is doing all the right thing they're supposed to do. That is one thing that we all must know, my people. So wait for us. We will be back again on Mars Humboldt Lion platform with the same little bit kind of topic again. So please listen, because that is a big platform I have. So I always go there Saturday once in a day, even spend 2 hours to let the African people to know that look at what we're supposed to do, look at how government supposed to handle it, look at what international law said that we should do as a Biafran people. So I thank you all who are here. I thank you very much from my brother Felix Ifani, who always first person here today. I thank everyone in the comment section. I greet you all. Esther West, I greet you. I greet James. I greet Ifani. I bless all of you. May Shkoka be and continue to bless us. Keep Mazda Nakana alive. Keep my Simon Eba. May they be alive to be with us and witness the goodness of the Biafran government in Biafra land. May Shkoka be, I pray. He said. From me, from here, have a wonderful day.
The freedom to choose when you work, where you work, and it's the flexibility.
That JTI hires people for their attitude, for their potential, for what they can become.
This is the first place I've worked where from day one, it was really clear that I could just be myself.
Günaydın sevgilim.
Günaydın aşkım.
Nasıl geçti gecen? İyi uyuyabildin mi?
Mışıl mışıl uyudum. Çünkü yatağımızı burada da buldum.
İstikbal